All right, I'm doing this as a sort of update on my project. I was really trying to go down a route where I could query my location and then send that location through a decentralized Oracle network via Chainlink Functions. And I was testing it with my location over and over again. And it was kind of annoying me why when I did it in the sort of sandbox kind of locally run environment that I would accurately get my location, which I'm going to show right here, right now. I've got it all set up. I was doing all of this on Polygon's Mumbai test net, but that crapped out on me a little bit earlier today. So I'm going to confirm this call. So I switched everything over to Sepolia. It's a little slower, but good old trustworthy Ethereum testnet's been working well. So this is my location approximately. If you check that out, you'll get, I'm in the Salt Lake City area from the locally run sandbox environment. That's great. I get that, but now we're actually waiting for the request to go through the decentralized Oracle network, which is a bunch of computers somewhere out there where I didn't know where they were at one point. But interestingly enough, we're going to get a little bit of insight as to where one of those computers are, or I'm going to try to do some research, but we're getting some consensus information as to where one of those or some of those computers, whichever one is making that initial call, we're getting some interesting information as to where those computers might be. I kept getting these coordinates as the location. If we look back, we'll see that we got those coordinates here again. And I just was like, it's very strange that I'm getting coordinates as my response, but they're not my coordinates. And then it dawned on me, oh, there is a computer somewhere that's making this call. And yeah, interesting enough, somewhere in Virginia. Gonna do some more information, but anyway, gonna go. I've got my app in here, but I've also got it running here. So just gonna do a demonstration of where we are right now with the application. Move myself here. So we can see what's going to go on in the back end here. Once I connect my wallet, you can see that we're querying the blockchain for all of the information. Let me make sure that I'm connected to Sepolia here. I'm not. So let's go to Sepolia. Let's refresh that. All right, we got all that information. I'm going to click that I'm a driver. And we're going to make a call to an on-chain smart contract right here. We're just kind of, initiating that we're launching this application up. And that's what I was saying. I kind of have it simplified to just one confirmation of starting up your car, so to speak. And now we're being tracked. So obviously the front end is still kind of dirty, needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And my building has fixed their gate, so I actually have to scan myself in. Okay, so now we're actually on a path. As you can see, we no longer need to, in the smart contract, confirm that we're starting a new path, which is nice. It's a nicer user experience now. So I'm going to walk over here and go off the path here. Go over here, and I guess I can link the other video also. Okay, so we just walked whatever this is, like 29 meters or so, and just to not take too long, I'm going to jog so I can go to one of the other owned assets here. I don't want to make this video very long. Maybe I'll fast forward myself jogging here. All right. So there we go. So now we're on another owned road. I believe this one is owned by a different wallet, but our path is being built out here. It's being recorded. And now, we can walk back over here off the road. But it's nice because essentially we have this ignition off button now in the user interface. And when we click that ignition off button, that's going to be kind of analogous to turning our car off. That's how I view it. And I really wanted all of these paths to be built out using Chainlink functions. But yeah, I realized that unfortunately getting GPS locations is just kind of a single point of failure issue. I was talking to a friend of mine. Well, I'll help him stay anonymous since I'm probably gonna post this on forum. Even though, I mean, I guess he's well known. I guess I can mention him. Talking to Mike Garber, founder of Forum. Love what he's doing there. So I'm gonna, post this at least as sort of a notarized, time-stamped demonstration of this project. So yeah, hopefully I can be associated with the idea. But anyway, so we're home, or we got to our destination, and now we're gonna cut our ignition off. And there we go. We can see like our cost and everything there. It's all what we're gonna confirm. And now let's see if we can find, I don't know if this is this address or this contract here, if that's in this one, might be it here. Let's try refreshing. Yeah, this must be it. Okay, so this is the contract here. We can see if we look at the internal transactions, well, they should pop up here in a second. It's a little slow sometimes doing the actual internal transaction, especially on Sepolia. But this here was us kind of like starting a new trip, so to speak. Let's see if it's in here now. There we go. So these payments, eventually they were ultimately sent out. As I mentioned, I went on roads by 2 different road owners. So here was a payment sent to one of the road owners, the first one I went on, and here's one sent to the other road owner, and that's proportionate to the distance that I traveled on them. It's based on the price per unit of distance on those roads. And yeah, it's a lot more simplified. It seems to be working really nicely. I'm a little bummed out about that Chainlink Functions discovery, but yeah, hopefully I'm considering maybe doing that entire calculation for the distance on chain and bringing it into an Oracle network for a little bit more transparency for the user to see how the actual distances and everything are calculated. But this is where we are as of now. It's kind of where we've been for a few days. Unfortunately, I haven't had much time to work on this the past few days, but came upon that realization that the approach I was using with functions for GPS tracking was a little bit of a dead end, unfortunately, as for now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you have a good one.